Well, hi, hello, my dear students. Welcome to my video lecture class. Right up to now, I uploaded video lectures on the topic circular motion. So already I discussed. So what is meant by circular motion? Whether it is one-dimensional motion or two-dimensional motion. So how it is a two-dimensional motion. So these are all things we discussed. And the terminology of circular motion we discussed in one bracket. Difference between straight line motion and circular motion terminology. And I already made a videos on the topic physical quantities like angular displacement and angular velocity. I already made a lectures on this topic. So now today we are going to explain some more physical quantities and terminology about this circular motion. So that here main thing is already I explained I discussed it in previous lecture angular displacement and angular velocity. Okay, and vector product, how can we represent in vector product, also I discussed it. And one more thing, direction of angular displacement and angular velocity also I explained in previous lecture. Please go through that previous lecture, then only you got a clear idea. So because these are all our linked lectures, so please watch that previous lecture. And today we will going to start P bar, omega bar and R bar directions. How we indicate directions and what is the relation between V bar, omega bar and R bar. After completion of this, I am going to discuss angular acceleration. So first observe carefully, this is a circle, this is circle, this is center. Velocity direction is indicated in this direction because velocity is always tangential to the circle. Okay, velocity is acts always tangential. Direction of angular velocity how we indicate now. So the radius direction. This is a direction of radius. This indicates like this direction. Okay. So and because angular velocity is indicated. Angular velocity is indicate always so like this direction. If you indicates angular velocity in this direction, angular velocity is in this direction because angular velocity is always acts like this. Okay, this is acts like this angular velocity. That means here V bar is perpendicular to R bar and perpendicular to omega bar. This is very important. Velocity vector and radial vector and angular velocity vector. This vector is called radial vector. Velocity vector is always perpendicular to radial vector. So that's why V bar dot R bar is equal to 0. This is first point. And one more thing, velocity vector is always perpendicular to omega bar. That's why V bar dot omega bar is equal to 0. Next, third one, R bar is always perpendicular to omega bar. Just observe diagram. All are perpendicular or not. This is 90 degrees between them. In between 90 degrees there. In between 90 degrees is there. So R bar perpendicular to omega bar means R bar dot omega bar is equal to 0. Because dot product of the vectors is 0 indicator. So whenever two vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product is equal to 0. Is it or not? Then the dot product is equal to 0. So this is about angular velocity relation between V, R and omega is, what is the relation between V, R and omega? V bar is equal to R bar cross omega bar. V bar is equal to R bar cross omega bar, and angular displacement, linear displacement S bar is equal to R bar cross theta bar. So this is relation between V, R and omega. This is relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. This is relation between this is cross product. Okay, S bar is equal to linear displacement and angular displacement. Okay, So this is about angular displacement and linear displacement. V R omega angle between V and R, angle between R and omega. These are all are indicated in this. So now next one is next we are going to start angular acceleration. Angular acceleration. Angular acceleration. Angular acceleration is indicated with alpha. What is the definition of angular acceleration? The rate of change of angular velocity is called angular acceleration. The rate of change of angular velocity omega is called angular acceleration. Okay, angular acceleration is indicated with alpha. So formula for this angular acceleration alpha is equal to d omega by dt or d square theta by dt square. D omega by dt or d square theta by dt square. Okay, angular acceleration alpha is equal to d omega by dt or d square theta by dt square, because omega means here what? D theta by dt. Differentiation of displacement, differentiation of angular displacement with respect to time is angular velocity. So angular acceleration alpha is equal to d omega by dt or d square theta by dt square. Okay, so this is about angular acceleration alpha. And so here the main thing is we had in case of circular motion we had four accelerations. We had four types of acceleration. Four types of accelerations. So what is the meaning of this one? D omega by dt means omega f minus omega I by Tf minus Ti. This is the formula for the general thing. Acceleration formula Vf minus in linear case in straight line motion Vf minus Vf by Tf minus Ta. Is it or not? Here also same. Here in straight line motion acceleration means A. In circular motion acceleration means angular acceleration alpha. Here omega f means here Vf. Here omega I, there Pa. So like that we write. If you know the linear body motion straight line linear component, it is easy to write formula for alpha. Four types of accelerations we have. First one is tangential acceleration. Tangential acceleration that is indicated with AT. Okay, tangential acceleration. Second one is centripetal acceleration. That is indicated with AC, centripetal acceleration. Next, the third one is net acceleration. Net acceleration that is indicated with net acceleration that is indicated with A net. Okay, so next fourth one is linear acceleration. Or this is also called angular acceleration. Sorry, it is not linear acceleration, it is angular acceleration. So these are the four types of acceleration in circular motion. One is tangential acceleration. Second one is centripetal acceleration. Third one is net acceleration. and fourth one is angular acceleration. That means body moves in circular path. So we have to explain here four types of accelerations. One is linear acceleration, centripetal acceleration, and second one is tangential acceleration, third one is net acceleration, fourth one is angular acceleration. So we will discuss one by one briefly. So before going to discuss these types of accelerations, what is the unit of angular acceleration? What is the unit of angular acceleration? SI unit. SI unit. It is easy to write unit if you know the formula. What is formula here? D omega by dt. It's done. So again, omega means angular velocity. What is the unit of angular velocity? Unit of angular velocity is radian per second by time is indicated with second. So finally, what we got? Radian per second square. What is the SI unit of angular acceleration? Radian per second square. SI unit of angular acceleration is radian per second square. So next. So I'll explain a simple example problem. So after completion of this, we got here. So what is dimensional formula? We indicate dimensional formula of angular acceleration: m power 0, l power 0, t power minus 2. Because by x square is there, that's why it indicates with t power minus 2. So just I explain two example problems. After completion of these examples, we will discuss four types of accelerations. One example problem is find angular velocity if angular displacement changes with respect to time, theta is equal to 2t square plus 3t plus 4. Okay, with respect to time, theta is equal to 2t square plus 3t plus 4 in time interval of 0, 5 seconds. Time interval of 0, 5 seconds. So this is a given question. What is the solution for this question? Find angular velocity if angular displacement is changes with respect to time. Theta is equal to t square plus 3t plus 4 in the time interval of 0, 5 seconds. Okay. So first of all, angular velocity formula. Angular velocity omega is equal to formula delta theta by delta t or d theta by dt. Here delta means change in displacement. Here delta theta or d theta means change in angular displacement. Here delta t or dt means change in time. So that we indicate in so like this also, theta f minus theta I. So here we indicate Tf minus Ti. So initial angular displacement minus final angular displacement minus initial angular displacement, final time minus initial time. Like that also we indicate here. So from this we have concluded that. Observe carefully. So what is theta values here? Theta is equal to 2t square plus 3t plus 4. T square plus 3t plus 4. Okay. So just we apply here d theta by dt, that is equal to omega. D theta by dt omega. So from this interval 0 to 5. In the interval 0 to 5, time t is equal to 0 to time t is equal to 5. Okay, so this is method 1 I am taking. Method 1. Sorry, I made a mistake here. Just here. So just theta final is equal to 2 into 5 square plus 3 into 5 plus 4. Okay, at a time t is equal to 5. At t is equal to 5 seconds. So theta of we got 2 into 5 square plus 3 into 5 plus 4. That means 5 square is 25. 25 into 50. 3 into 5 50 plus 4. So what we got here? 5 plus 4 9. 5 plus 1 6. 69. Okay. So total value we got 69. So what is the unit of this? Radians. Because this is nothing but theta of angular displacement unit is radians. Next theta I. Theta I is expressed at t is equal to 0. At t is equal to 0, angular displacement is per theta I. So how to find that one? 2 into 0 square, 3 into 0 plus 4, that is equal to 4. Okay, 4 radians. Okay, so the initial result we got final value, initial value. So from this, so angular velocity omega is equal to, just observe carefully, angular velocity omega is equal to d theta by dt. That means theta f minus theta I by Tf minus Ta. So from this theta f value is final angular velocity theta 69 minus initial angular velocity 4 by, so here final time 5 minus 0. So what we got here? 9 minus 4 65. 65 by 5. So how many times here? 5 ones, and here what is left? 5 threes. Okay, 13. Omega is equal to 13 radian per second. 13 radian per second. Angular velocity omega is equal to 13 radian per second. So this is one example problem. Okay, based upon this angular displacement theta and omega. Okay, so next tomorrow we will discuss. Okay, next session we will discuss few more example problems on this angular displacement and omega. So simple thing, please watch the motion in straight line videos. If you got a clear idea about motion in straight line problems and videos, it is easy to solve any problem is given in circular motion. So I hope you all are understood this lecture. If you will get any doubt while watching video, please mention in comment box. So thank you so much dear. Thank you.